If Pyros and Crips all got along, they probably got me down by the end of the song. Seem like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear
after the whole Ayton re-signing, think that the KD trade is dead. But I beg to differ. You know, here's the thing. The KD will go to the Suns. It really depends on if Robert Sarver is going to be a cheap ass motherfucker. Because here's the thing. If you're the Nets, why the fuck would you want OG Anunoby and like Pascal Siakam? Like, you need a fucking guard, bro. You know, because you already have all these forwards on the team. You just got Royce O'Neal. You just got TJ Warren. You know, Ben Simmons is like a big dude himself. So you need a fucking... Like, you were trying to get Devin Booker because you need, like, a wing scorer. You know, you need a fucking guard that could, like, handle the ball, like, create off the dribble, all that shit. Because you have enough wings, you know what I mean? And then Ben Simmons, I guess he's going to be your point guard, but he's not going to be able to drop 20 points a night. So this is where Minnesota comes in. See, Minnesota has been trying to get rid of D'Angelo Russell all offseason. I mean, they did make the Rudy Gobert trade, which everyone thinks, oh, they're just done for the offseason. But here's the thing. They might not have to give up any picks to get rid of D'Angelo Russell because, you know, say there's a third team. There's a lot, the KD trade, people say requires 3 teams. The Donovan Mitchell trade, they say requires 3 teams. So, since it requires 3 teams, and they're trying to get rid of D'Angelo Russell anyways, why not make a deal? Because here's the thing. You gave up a lot of your perimeter defenders in order to get my man's Rudy Gobert, and you gave up a little bit of shot creation too. Like, you gave up D'Lo, you gave up Patrick Beverly, you gave up Malik Beasley, you gave up a couple other guys too. I forgot who the other guys that were in the deal, but you gave up a couple other guys as well. So because you lost all the perimeter defense, why not get back some perimeter defense? And also, why not get back some shooting? So this is how I thought about it. So Landry Shamet, he's a great player, but he's making a lot of money. And if we can get back Seth Curry, then I'll because here's the thing. I don't think Brooklyn wants Seth Curry. Like, if they're gonna get rid of Kevin Durant, I feel like Seth Curry was a guy they wanted to, have alongside Kevin Durant. But if they're not gonna have, but Seth Curry, I think he's like 28, 29 years old. I feel like they would much rather move on from him and get some young shooters. You know what I mean? So, we get KD, we get Seth Curry to replace Landry Shamet. Actually, no, Seth Curry... Okay, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure we re-signed Elfrid Payton. If I'm not mistaken, we re-signed Elfrid Payton, so we could probably have him, take over for campaign. And I don't think we're going to bring back Aaron Holiday either. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is we're going to have Elfrid Payton take over for campaign. We're going to have Seth Curry take over for Landry Shamet. You know what I mean? And then, Torrey Craig, I don't know why the fuck we traded for Torrey Craig in the first place. That was always a little bit confusing to me. But anyways, basically how this trade goes, Dario Saric, he's kind of been a waste of space. But him and Ben Simmons, are best buddies. They work well together. Same thing with D'Lo. I heard D'Lo and Simmons played with each other in high school. They're also BFFs. So you get him, and then you got Cam Johnson. You got Jake Layman. Who's Mr. Zero Man himself. But he probably will get some more playing time on Brooklyn. And also, I think Brooklyn wants to get rid of Joe Harris's contract as well. Because here's the thing: if you're Brooklyn and you're trying to rebuild, your main objective is to get rid of all the bad contracts. All the bad contracts, get them in a cheaper contract, get them into contracts that, you know, you could flip for more assets. So basically, we get KD, we get Curry. Not you know, not the other Curry, the cool ass Curry. You know what I mean? We got Seth Curry, you know, the OG, not the Mr. Shimmy every time he makes a fucking shot. You know, we got the OG Curry. We got the good Curry. You know what I mean? Not the trash, overrated as fuck one. But anyways, you know, we got KD, we got Curry, and then here's the thing. On the surface, this might not seem like, oh yeah, this makes any sense. But I heard, what is it? The Suns don't even want to offer 4 first-round picks. But I feel like they can make a compromise where they offer 3 first-round picks and 3 pick swaps. So what you're doing now is like, you know, this is the ultimate compromise because the Suns don't want to offer 4 first-round picks straight up, and then you look at the Nets, and they're probably thinking, hey, you know, we want to get more from this than we got from the Rudy Gobert trade, because Rudy Gobert, you know, got you 5 first-round picks. So the Nets are looking like, we want 6 first-round picks, but then the Suns are saying, we're not going to trade you 4 first-round picks. So 3 first-round picks, 3 pick swaps, so that's 6 first-round picks. You know what I mean? So you basically get 6 first-round picks. You know what I mean? And like so 3 plus 3 equals 6, which is more than 5. Basic math. So everyone's happy. Everyone's happy. You don't trade 4 first-round picks straight up, but you also don't, and then you make them happy because you get more for, you know, than you got for Rudy Gobert. And then you look at the Suns and you look at the Sixers. Because let's look at this deal. So 2027, you know what I mean? And we give them our 2027 pick. And here's the thing. Philly, by 2027, might still be elite. Philly, by 2027, might still be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Simply because of the fact they still got Maxey, they still got Embiid. Meanwhile, you know, at that point, 2027, like, Chris Paul would be 42 fucking years old. So, we would probably have a new point guard by then. Kevin Durant, I don't know how old he is now, but that motherfucker would be old as shit as well. So, I think Kevin Durant would be like either 38 or 39 at that point. So, we would be trash. You know what I mean? So, swapping the picks with Philly, swapping, like, you know, the Philly pick with their pick, I think that's a smart move. Because we're going to still get a first-round pick back, but at the same time, they're going to get a better one. You know what I mean? And then 2025, I mean, you see the way Houston is building their roster. I feel like Houston is going to be pretty legit by 2025. And once again, I think we got a couple years left to contend. So, you know, a lot of these picks are down the road type picks. Obviously, we got the 2023 pick, which is just straight up, no BS, you know. We got the 2026 pick, which is also straight up, no BS. And then the 2029 is also straight up, no BS. So the 3 picks we're swapping is the 2025, 2027, 2028. And I feel like all 3 of those swaps are justified because by 2028, the Nets might be better than the Suns. You know what I mean? By 2025, you know, the Rockets are going to have the Nets pick. The Rockets are going to have the Nets pick, but the Rockets are going to be legit by 2025, I could bet you. And we're probably going to be, you know, starting to decline at that point. And then 2027, Philly, I still think Philly's going to be elite, and we will once again be on the decline. So, I think these pick swaps make sense. So, everyone wins in this trade. This has gotta be the most perfect Kevin Durant trade of all fucking time. Because here's the thing. They wanted Devin Booker, right? They wanted Devin Booker. We're giving you D'Angelo Russell, who, you know what I mean, was the man who put y'all on the map in the first place. You know what I mean? He's not D-Book, but D'Lo, you know, at his best, showed you something. You know what I mean? And you put him back where it all started. And I think y'all could work some magic. You know, D'Lo, Simmons with all them shooters, man. You know what I mean? That might be a legit playoff team. Because let's look at this for a second. So we get KD and Curry, and then the 3 pick swaps, and plus 3 more picks. So everyone wins. Everyone wins. We don't give up 4 first-round picks, but they also get 6 first-round picks if you really think about it. So that's our side. And you look at the Nets, they get Dario Saric, D'Angelo Russell, Jake Layman, Landry Shamet, Cam Johnson. All fucking snipers. D'Angelo Russell is an absolute bucket, can drop 25 points per game a night, you know what I mean? Plus him and Ben Simmons have played together, plus Dario Saric, also has chemistry with Ben Simmons. And then you look at the Timberwolves. I think the reason this helps the Timberwolves is because, like I said, once again, they lost a lot of perimeter defense, to get Gobert. So if you don't get perimeter defense, it's going to be the same situation as it was in Utah, where, Rudy Gobert is going to be camping out of the 3-point line, and getting absolutely abused instead of being in paint where his big ass should be. And then you look at campaign, I feel like, all these CP3 haters, all these Suns fans kept talking shit last season about, oh yeah, the Suns actually were better without Chris Paul. They were actually better when campaign, stepped in for Chris Paul. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, let him be his own man. Let him be the starter. Because I feel like Cameron Payne on the Timberwolves would be perfect. He doesn't have to do anything. Just give that ball to Karl-Anthony Towns, give that ball to Anthony Edwards. He really don't have to do anything. He just has to not fuck up. Because the problem with D'Angelo Russell with those two is D'Angelo Russell would get in the way of those two. D'Angelo Russell would try to play hero ball, try to take his own shots. But, Cameron Payne doesn't really do that shit. He just doesn't get in the way. He gives the stars the ball. He pushes the pace a little bit. So, this is Cameron Payne's chance to break out as a starter because, he's been, he got fucked over in OKC. He's pretty trash in the Bulls. You know what I mean? Then he finally comes to the Suns. Does great as a backup. But now is his chance to show. He didn't do that well last season, but now is his chance to show that he could be a starter. So, you give Cameron Payne the starting gig. You give them Torrey Craig and Jay Crowder to make up for the perimeter defense that they lost with like Patrick Beverly and all that shit. And then you give them Joe Harris. You know what I mean? Just as like a big time sniper. You know what I mean? Because like Jake Layman was fucking trash and didn't even play for the team. So with Joe Harris, at least you're getting a guy who's at least gonna contribute. So I think everyone wins in this trade. Everyone wins. The T-Wolves get the perimeter defense and they get a point guard who's like gonna be unselfish. You know what I mean? The Nets get all the shooters plus a 25 point per game scorer. The Suns obviously get KD. You know what I mean? And then we get the 3+3. So I don't. You see, everyone says, "Oh, DeAndre Ayton this, DeAndre Ayton that." But last time I checked, okay, yeah, everyone says DeAndre Ayton this, DeAndre Ayton that. But last time I checked, the Nets weren't interested in DeAndre Ayton to begin with. So this really doesn't make that big of a difference. So yeah, I think they gotta make this trade. Originally I thought of the Hawks. But I realized John Collins is too valuable of an asset to give away for free. Because whenever you do these 3-team trades, I feel like the third team always gets fucked over. So whenever you're doing the third team, it's gotta be an asset that's like valuable, but also an asset that people want to offload. And I feel like D'Lo fits like both of those categories. He's an asset that's valuable, and he's also an asset that the T-Wolves are willing to offload. Meanwhile, John Collins, which was my original trade idea, I feel like, the Hawks would want a little bit more back for that. So, yeah. This is the trade that will get us KD, that will get these Raptors fans to shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? Because the Heat don't even care about KD anymore. I don't even, the Heat are all in on Donovan Mitchell, so we don't even have to worry about the Heat. But these Raptors fans, they getting cocky, they think they can get KD. Even though, why the fuck would Kevin Durant want to come to Toronto after y'all booed him for tearing his Achilles. So that's not gonna happen. We all know that. But yeah, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.